sudden rush of people coming into the waiting room and just letting everyone in. So today we are still in the gut, and we are towards the end of the descending colon. We're not quite there yet. There's a little bit more to go. And today's session focuses on the lymphatic system. And I know we did a dedicated session on the lymphatic system. This is the gut connection to provide ongoing nutrition to the lymphatic system. So in the context of the gut connection, it's quite useful to know what is it that actually interferes with the lymphatic system. What is it that takes the lymphatic system out of its originating intent? And it tends to be negative thoughts about ourselves. So it's the negative thoughts about ourselves, and that could be, that actually includes, failing to acknowledge ourselves or choosing to override ourselves. They all culminate in a residual building up, which adds layers and layers of negative dialogue about ourselves. And that continues to have an impact on the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system does not have any pumping action like the heart. And what pumps the limbs, as I know there are so many of you who are in this field of healing and physical therapy, as well as medical doctors, you know that what gets the lymphatic system moving is movement itself. But if the lymphatic system is lethargic or its integrity is compromised, what happens is it's the nodes, the lymph nodes, that start to block up first. And when the lymph nodes block up, because they are like the receptors of the toxicity that is actually going to be released through the lymphatic system, when the nodes start to block up, then you have this stop-start blockage in the movement of the lymph. So even if you move, the lymph itself doesn't move in the way that it is meant to. It's important to then unblock the lymph nodes. And there are certain diseases, like certain tumors, certainly many cancer treatments take certain lymph nodes out, which again creates an interruption in the movement of the lymphatic flow. The lymphatic flow as a flow system is most directly impacted by the energetic interruptions in our body. Lymphatic flow is very directly attuned with how much in flow we are in our field overall. So today what we are going to do, I recall very clearly that when I embarked on my journey in 2010, and it was a journey that I call as my journey of self-liberation and became my journey into miracles. I have a dear, dear friend in London, and she's a nutritionalist and works with a combination of sports massage, energy medicine, as well as homeopathic medicine, as well as various machines that plug into the different nodes of your body and give you a pretty clear diagnosis at the different layers that make up your body. And I remember her prescribing some homeopathic remedies, and one of those was called Lymphosoft. And her whole thing was, because at that point I had a very severe infection in my right ankle. It wasn't clear that when I would be able to walk properly, and if I would be able to walk in a way that there would be sufficient movement through my entire body. And she had prescribed this thing called Lymphosoft as 30 drops in a liter of water to have it throughout the day. And her thing was at the time that, just focus on the lymph nodes. Let's just get the lymph nodes softened. So any movement will create that lymphatic flow. When I got to learn about that the lymphatic system is compromised when we have negative thoughts about ourselves, and these negative thoughts about ourselves compromises a lymphatic system by introducing a dialogue that you don't deserve this. So when the colon, even if the colon is really healthy, and the colon is absorbing the nutrients and releasing them to the lymphatic system, and it is blocked because of negative thoughts about ourselves, that blockage has the energy vibration of, no, you don't deserve this. So we don't actually receive the nutrition from the colon. So what we're doing today is we are working with the colon, with the gut, and we're going to be focused through the colon, through the gut connection, to release any negative thought blockages that may exist in any part of our body. These blockages around negative thoughts about ourselves, they don't necessarily lodge themselves in our lymphatic system. They're often occupying our conscious mind. And it is this conscious dialoguing that is what affects the lymphatic system. So my guidance today is to focus our attention on the gut and the gut connection, and use the gut connection as a way of flushing that particular part of the colon that connects to the lymphatic system. And in flushing the highest vibe that we can possibly be, which is the vibe of love, into the lymphatic system through the gut, we clear the gut, and we also reintroduced the originating intent of the lymphatic system itself. And the originating intent of the lymphatic system is unblocking flow. So anything that comes in the way of flow is what the lymphatic system unblocks. And it gets blocked by this negative thoughts about ourselves. And when the lymphatic system is blocked, toxicity builds up, and we feel really not that positive, just because of the physical condition is hampered in a way that we feel the toxicity. And the universe literally just plugs into all our senses. And even though the universe does not deliver anything that increases physical toxicity, that is a choice that we make about ingesting that, which increases our physical toxicity. What the universe does do is, it delivers our various experiences and connections in our environment that makes the environment toxic. That's only because the universe thinks that's what we want. So we are actually going to use the human vibe attunement, and we'll probably do that in 3 sets today. That's what I'm guided. We're going to use the human vibe attunement to up-level the vibration to a very high level in the gut, in that particular part of the gut, which connects to the lymphatic system. And from there, we will see and experience unblocking of the lymphatic system. We will get into a whole brain state and then nourish the lymphatic system with love, kindness, and compassion. And then we'll do another round of up-leveling, the human vibe, attunement vibe, and up-leveling the lymphatic system through the gut. So having said all of that, let's just get going straight away. Find a place that you can be comfortable and be seated. it's really best if you can manage it to sit up on a chair. I would like your feet to be on the ground if you can manage that. If you absolutely can't, then that's fine. Be honoring of how your body feels. And also honoring of your environment. You know, if you don't feel that you can sit down in that way for a period of time, then, you know, unconditionally accept what is. Drop your arms on either side. Palms facing forward. Stretch your fingers a little bit. Imagine that the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. The middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. The tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. And we have the golden cord with the frequency of precious metal gold connecting to the core of the earth. We are all standing in a circle. And as you imagine yourself standing, and you notice that the golden cords are connecting you to the core of the earth. And you can feel your fingers connecting to the core of the earth, the base of your spine too. As you notice yourself standing, you feel the presence of your entire being. You feel the experience of the majesty that you are. And the anchoring is so powerful and so strong that it's allowing you to rise and to occupy the entire energetic presence that makes up your field. Because the lymphatic system, it releases toxicity, it actually brings into it, in the process of its release, any toxicity that exists in your field, as much as toxicity that may be there in your physical body itself. So we are actually up-leveling the lymphatic system to a level that is the frequency of love. And in our up-leveling, in the way we are doing it, we're actually going to anchor it like a big stake that is being placed in the ground, where the lymphatic system unequivocally receives itself, accepts itself in the vibration of being human. There we are standing in a circle, each one of us presencing our full presence. We are one, connected to a higher self, grounded and anchored in a way that keeps us unwavering, plugged in and connected to our innate vibration. And we are here right now in amongst the group that is here. We have different parts of the United States. We have Thailand, we have South Africa, we have India, we have Cyprus, we have UK, we have Ireland. And we have Australia too. So we are covering a big expanse of our planet. Imagine that through our presences, we've formed the perfect circle. Imagine that the back of your spine, as you are sitting up, is illuminating your light, and that light is expanding and reaching out through you, and it's going as far out into the universe as it possibly can, which occupies the field that is you and all the beings that you have ever connected with that come into that field. There is a very subtle but a certain connection being reawakened there. It's as if we all have these illuminating wings. That lovely blue orb that appeared like a little wand is touching each of our throats. And it's touching each of our throats, opening up our throat chakras, as well as there are 3 other of the new chakras that facilitate the resonance of us being expressed through our voice. That is being opened up. And as that is opening up, it is actually opening up the top of your lung sac. You will notice your breath is becoming deeper. In the center of our circle, it's like a tower. There is a humongous tower of a crystal called tourmaline. It is black in color, and it is a crystal that neutralizes all negative thoughts, all negative patterns, any anxiety-provoking actions or plans that may cause us to experience a cellular reaction that puts us in a low vibe. All of those are being neutralized, not just for us, for all of the beings that we are connected with. Plans that we may not even be aware of, plans that we may have sort of made ourselves, that we were unsure of. Anything at all that generates a lower vibrational frequency to what you are originally vibrating, that pulls you down, that is being neutralized by the tourmaline tower. You may feel, some of you may feel a bit of pinching in the upper left arm and upper right arm of your body. That's a very important release zone of long-standing sticky stuff that comes from a well-formed inner saboteur system that we may have created ourselves, that we may not even be aware of. That's being released right now. The stickiness often, wherever it may be in our body, it directly impacts our lymph nodes. They initially have to work very, very hard, and then that an exhaustion sets in. It has a direct impact on our adrenals too. So we are releasing that stickiness. The tourmaline is helping us do that. And as the tourmaline takes away that stickiness, that low vibrational frequency, the illumination that is your unique light fills up that space. Just getting you to be comfortable in that magnanimous, humongous presence that is you. It may feel really expansive, and it may feel very solidly anchored. That's just a combination of the two that is actually getting your body to find where the center of gravity is when you are walking around in this presence. And then it is recalibrating your physical being so that you can operate from that space, which makes up your new center of gravity. The moment that is done, the lymphatic system itself returns to its originating intent. And then I'm going to focus our attention on the gut. There's a lot of movement of energy taking place. So any release of air of any kind that may be happening, it is because of that movement of energy. If you find a frown developing, just relax that. The way to relax a frown is to smile. The moment you smile, the frown creases just ease away. Okay. I'm just going into your brain stem right now. And there are 3 very specific spots on your brain stem that I'm putting in an elixir of love, kindness, and compassion. And just that elixir vibrational frequency literally releases into a big exhale, stuff that might have kept that brain stem on high alert. Mary Malloy had her stethoscope, which is the colon sound box, we would have experienced a nice gurgling, smooth flowing sound emerging from that. Okay, we are focusing our attention on your gut. You take your left hand and you put it on your hip, on your left hip, and allow your palm to just caress your abdomen and bring it up at an angle and just hold it there towards the base of your abdomen on the left-hand side, slightly to the left-hand side. Keep your left hand there. Take your right hand and just put it over your navel. Okay, we're going to now do the 9-4-6 breaths first. Breathe into the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 6. You're getting your mind brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain aligned. Your mind brain is where any negative dialogues you may hold about yourself reside. Your heart brain is present in the now, and in its presencing itself in the now, it only notices that which makes your heart sing. Your gut brain brings forth the truth of your inner wisdom. It does not hold any negative thought patterns. Now, in the gut, sometimes we do have some ancestral negative beliefs that may be present. And where they are held is in this region of the descended colon that serves a lymphatic system. So we are actually going to release all of that. If you need to stretch your feet in the front, please go ahead and do that. All of that is fine. So we're going to breathe into the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 6. As you're breathing into the count of 9, you will notice a very powerful presence of a Tiffany blue light. It's that greeny blue of Tiffany. And what that is doing is, it is unblocking the expression of ourselves through our voice and doing so with love. So sometimes when we hold negative thoughts about ourselves, we don't wish to admit it. And if we do, we certainly don't do it with love. Honoring and acknowledging whatever it is that we may hold within ourselves about ourselves is an important aspect of landing in the space of dignity and reclaiming your dignity. And hence the advent of this Tiffany blue light. Some of you will see it, some of you will feel it. It's a happy light. It's a refreshing light. There's a freshness to it. And its freshness vibe is so acute and so strong that old, stale, sticky energy of negative thoughts transmutate instantly. So let's begin. Breathe in to the count of 9, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 6. Breathe in, 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two more, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hold, 2, 3, 4, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to up-level this region of the colon that has now been nourished with the Tiffany blue color and the light frequency that it carries. And we are up-leveling it to the vibe of being love. And this declaration that we are about to speak aloud is coming from our soul presence, expressing itself through our human form, through our vocal cords. And this declaration of the human vibe attunement has been tuned to the resonance of us. So some of you may feel completely tranced out. Just allow yourself to be. Some of you will feel super energized. Allow yourself to be. Some of you will be able to step into the process. Allow yourself to be. Some of you may feel nothing. Allow yourself to be. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. You're going to go into the 9-4-6 breath again. And this time, as you're breathing into the count of 9, you are actually unleashing a lightness of being that you haven't experienced before. This lightness of being has been enabled with the unblocking of several of your lymph nodes. Over the next 48 hours, the lymph nodes will start to soften. Allow yourself to practice extended walking with proper hydration over the next 48 hours. Okay, breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat after me. This time it is your human form that is acknowledging itself as the human in complete harmony with your soul presence, receiving itself as a human, feeling proud to acknowledge that it is human, and accepting itself as a human. And from this point on, your system has been prepared and ready, and your voice, the tone of your voice, will even shift and change as that harmony is expressed and toxicity that is associated with negative thought patterns about yourself starts to transmute into rejoicing in joy. Repeat after me. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. It's like a philharmonic orchestra that is going to do this declaration, and as if it is two voices that have come together as one in their resonance of you. As you speak aloud, as a soul being, and in this human form, experience the magnanimity of your voice. Feel yourself plugging into and dropping into your own innate resonance. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. Take a deep breath in, go all the way down to your descending colon. And from your descending colon, as you breathe out, you're going to breathe out gratitude and peace. And that breath out automatically is going to come out from your lymph nodes. You're breathing into your colon, love, kindness, and compassion. And you're breathing out gratitude and peace. Unblocking those last little pieces that remain so that your lymphatic system can return fully to be present in its innate vibration of releasing all blockages to flow. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Oh. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Take your hands in front of your throat. Rub them against each other. Put your hands, palms over your eyes. Open your eyes in them. Take them on top of your head, the back of your head, down your neck, down your shoulders. Do an energy sweep and blow. The human vibe attunement is complete. The next 48 hours, your lymphatic system is starting to recalibrate itself and enjoying this newfound friendship with the colon. And the colon is connecting to the full expanse of the lymphatic system. The work we did is very, very deep. You may find yourself wanting to have some quiet me time over the next 48 hours. In that me time, you may find yourself, getting teary. It's literally as the blocks get released that prevent you from returning back to flow. And you start experiencing flow for the, in the way that you were meant to be in flow for the first time. And when you feel that, the ancestral blockages, which are any ancestral legacy, lineage-related negative dialogues, are released. You find yourself going even deeper. I mean, my experience was, I was feeling like my heart was melting away. It's quite beautiful. Great if you are close to nature, if you are close to trees, you just ask nature to envelope you in its okayness as you go through this journey of unblocking that which comes in the way of flow. Please share what you are present to. Whatever it is that you share, you are presencing and anchoring in your field, which is connected to all the beings that you have ever connected with in this lifetime and beyond. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Mynoo. Sad, peaceful, connected, gratitude, joy, and dissolving. Yes, yes, it does do that. So just allow it to be, and just have unconditional acceptance. The lymphatic system is also, the flow is often interrupted when there are other people around you that may be sad, that you really cared about, that may no longer be in your life, but their sadness sometimes in the form of a packet is held in the lymphatic system. So some sadness you won't even be able to put your finger on why that is. If that happens, just experience it, be with it, release it, and return to flow. From Rupa with love, powerful healers are love, kindness, and compassion, which bring back the lymphatic system to its originality. Yes, peaceful and calming. Thank you from Elaine. Thank you from Tammy. Thank you. Deep gratitude for you, Mynoo. Thank you, Jill. Gracefully received, and deep gratitude for you too, for being here. Joined for the last 20 minutes and felt the full energy. Love. Asha, thank you, Mynoo. Yes, I read that. Love. Thank you with much gratitude. Basking in a star of love and light. Full love, light, and peace. Thank you. Feeling healed. In the flow. Feeling flow with a smile. How cool was that, huh? To release the frown, you smile. It releases. I thought that was really great. Acceptance. My video is muted by the host, so cannot join in the video. Okay. We experience you. You are very present. Wholeness of being. Namaste. This time it is a namaste to you, Linda. Honor the divinity in you that you see in me. Thank you. Powerful peace, love, divine flow. So much gratitude, Mynoo. Thank you, Tejasvi. Thank you, Mynoo. Thank you, Christian. Feeling centered and in flow. Thank you. Namaskar, Mynoo. Profound love for you. Deeply grateful. Accepted and received. Elevation and clarity and flow. Much joy. Finally. Eternal gratitude, Mynoo. Thank you, Connie. Big smiles. At 5:30 p.m. today, we have the fifth commandment. The fifth commandment is the switch from surviving to thriving. And I'm going to take you on a journey. And my journey is going to give you a cellular experience of what thriving feels like. Survival instinct is so ingrained in us. That even we can get intellectual about thriving. So whoever is there, I'm going to take you on the journey so that we activate a cellular memory of what thriving feels like, and we anchor that. And then we'll go into how do you actually do it, making that switch. So it's 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is 6 a.m. for us here in India on Friday, tomorrow, and it's 1:30 in the just after midnight for those of you who are in the UK. So I will see you all there. Those of you who can join, and those of you who can't, Suzanne very gracefully will share the YouTube link. So see you there. It's always difficult for me to complete this session, and I'm going to do that right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love these blues, Dea, beautiful. Thank you.